What is up, you guys? Welcome to our newest flip here on Empress Ave in Mesa, Arizona, and I am pumped to show you guys all the work that we're going to be doing in here. This is a very cosmetic flip, just like the Libra Ave flip. So let's get inside and let's break some of this down for you. All right, so as we enter into this property, there's already a bunch of things that I love with this home. So we have our garage door right over here to the left, right when you first enter. So when people come and pull into their new house, they can walk through and they have a straight shot to their kitchen. We have storage, a nice little cloak closet storage area right when you walk into the property, as well as a bathroom right off of the entrance, right off of from where the garage is. You never know what you're gonna get when you buy a house sight unseen. I got a little bit of the kitchen, I got a little bit of the living room. I couldn't really tell what this house even looked like. So I'm really pumped with the purchase and the decision that we made to do the sight unseen. Now, as we walk into the living room area, this feels massive. We have about 20-foot vaulted ceilings in this property. We have this huge window area right over here. So we have a window on top and in the center, a nice big wall so that people can put a huge 75, 85-inch TV over here. I mean, this thing is awesome. We're talking about a house that's under 1,500 square feet, and this house feels like it's about 2,000 plus square feet because of the vaulted ceilings. 8-foot slider here. This thing is huge. This is what you typically see in a little bit higher end price point for a house. And then we have our kitchen spot. Not a massive kitchen, but we don't need a massive kitchen. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath. This is that old school 90s, like red oak looking stuff. It has the wood grain inside of it, which I don't love to paint these cabinets because it's nearly impossible to get rid of the wood grain. And then it looks cheap. Then it looks like I went and painted the cabinets. I don't want to do that. If we're going to be renovating the entire property, I'd rather just replace all the cabinets, give them something brand new all the way through. So that way it really matches the rest of the tone that we're setting with the property. The last thing we want to do is replace all the floors, do tile bathrooms, and then have like old painted cabinets that don't really operate too well. That's not what we're looking to do here. So we'll be replacing this entire area. We'll be doing white quartz countertops like we typically do. We'll be doing our Chloe 5x5 white backsplash that we typically do. All new appliances are going to go in here. This place is going to pop. It's going to be so awesome. Really pumped about this. So as we walk into our primary bedroom here, this is right off of the main living area. And what I really like about the fact that this is off the main living area is this is separate from every other bedroom. All the other bedrooms are going to be upstairs. So this keeps all the kids, it keeps all the noise upstairs. And plus, if it's just a single person that wanted to move into this property, they're probably going to be hanging out in the living room area, using the kitchen, and then coming straight into their bedroom here without having to go up and down the stairs. So I think this is really awesome, and this is going to attract a ton of buyers. It's a pretty decent size. I love that we have all the windows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. We will be replacing all the flooring throughout the entire property. We will be doing the LVP that we typically do. That's our Bedrosian's LVP in the linen color. We get it for $2 a square foot. Hit me up if you guys want the hookup on that. You guys, it's like $5 a square foot. It's over 50% discount on that flooring. Come on, hit me up. Go to Instagram at Stephen Hunt, shoot me a DM, and I'd love to give you my plug for that so that way you guys can get the hookup on everything. Let's move our way into the primary bathroom. Now, one of the changes we're gonna make in the primary bathroom here is that we are going to take this vanity and we are going to make it a double vanity. I think there's way more value add. If we do have a family that lives here, it's nice to have a his and hers side to the vanities versus just one single vanity where everybody's kind of crowding around. So giving people their space, really pumped about that. That'll be easy fix. This is 66 inches, so we can slap a 60-inch vanity in here. We'll get the same one that we typically do from Lowe's. That's gonna be our fluted vanity. It's $8.99, has the countertop, has the hardware. Then we just have to get it installed, right? They'll ship it directly here. Nobody has to go pick it up. It makes it so much easier for the crews. And I'm always trying to keep those things in mind. What makes this as easy as possible for the crews so that way they can spend their time working here versus driving around, having to pick up all the materials. And that just makes sense for us to be doing that. Huge cost savings. We have our shower area. These are 9-foot ceilings, so we are going to be tiling this all the way up. Now, my project manager said, hey, would it be cool if we actually did it all the way around? Because typically what I do is I get the 5x5 white Chloe tile, and I do that on the sides, and then I have an accent wall of tile. But in this situation, they want to try something out. So you know what, hey, I don't think it's gonna hurt the price. I think it's gonna look phenomenal. They've already sent me photo references. You guys have fun with it. You guys do what you wanna do. I think that the next buyer is gonna love it no matter how it looks. It's a high-end tile look. And with it being fluted, it almost looks like those wood slats going all the way up. So it'll draw your eye up because the line, if it's placed vertically, the line is gonna go all the way up to the ceiling. So you walk in and it looks super grand. You typically don't see a bathroom in any case, even in high-end homes, that are tiled all the way up, all 9 feet. So it's gonna give it a very luxurious feel. And then of course, we're going to have a 2-inch brown penny tile for our shower floor tiles. That's also super trendy, super modern, and I'm really pumped with how this is all gonna turn out and look. This does have a nice walk-in closet as well, which is a decent size here. For this size house, you really can't beat that. We're under 1,500 square foot. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath house. Again, this house feels huge for actually how big it is. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go upstairs. So as we make our way over to the staircase here, now one thing I want to point out with stairs are more expensive when it comes to laying LVP on. So it's a decision that we always have to make depending on the price point of the house, if we're going to do carpet on the stairs or if we're actually going to do the LVP on the stairs. You guys have seen in other videos like Southern Ave where we did the carpet all the way up because that saved us a ton of cost. And we weren't seeing a huge return by actually doing the LVP on this because you have to get charged per stair because it takes a little bit extra work. Plus you also have to get bowl noses for every single stair. So there's just more work and labor that comes into doing a staircase. But in this case, we do want to hit a little bit of a higher price point on this house. We appraised on this house at $465,000. I'd like to try to touch that. With how grand and how awesome this house feels, I don't see that being an issue. This area is fantastic. We're in East Mesa right now. We're directly across from a school and this is a gated community. So getting a house for $465 that's fully upgraded with these huge vaulted ceilings, you're not really gonna get that anywhere else in the valley. Plus you're gonna be in such a family awesome area, like that's a no-brainer. So for me, I think that it's worth in this situation, pushing that price point. So we will be doing LVP on the stairs. Check out the upstairs. One thing I will point out too here, and another aspect that I just love about this house, look at all these windows. It's everywhere you turn, there's more and more windows. This house gets so much natural light. It's beautiful, I love it. It makes it feel so big and open. So really pumped that we have all the windows. They're all in excellent shape too. Now we do have this weird little nook area. You guys tell me, what would you do here? Would we do a little desk area? What do you guys think we should do here? Do we make it just a little seat so that people can read books? I don't know. I don't read a lot of books. So you guys let me know in the comments, what would you do with this little nook area? Another thing I'll point out real quickly, our washer and dryer are upstairs. They're over here on this side. Now, I don't love the fact that they're upstairs. You're probably doing laundry for your kids. So it probably makes the most sense if you're a family to have the laundry up here, because of the fact that all of your kids are most likely gonna be living upstairs and you're gonna be downstairs where we once were before in the primary. But if you don't have a family, it does suck a little bit. You have to go all the way upstairs to do your laundry and then come all the way back down. So I don't love the fact that it's up here, but it's not a make or break for this house. This house has so many other features that are so great. This room, nobody thought that this was an actual room. It's like this weird big closet thing. So my idea here is that we're probably gonna try to stage this as a kid's playroom. I think it's perfect for a kid's playroom. We can put some bean bags in here, maybe a little TV area, just a cool little area for the kids to hang out, because what else are you gonna do here? You can use it for storage. Maybe you can make it into a little podcast studio. Maybe you can make it into a little workspace. Really depends on what people wanna do. Outside of that, it's just great storage though. I wish we could, push this up, but not gonna happen. Way too expensive. Doesn't make sense for this property. We'd never get the value out of it by raising these ceilings and doing a little dormer area. Just doesn't make a ton of sense. So we'll keep it as is and just try to really stage this to be as cute as possible. Let's check out the rest. Now walking into the upstairs bathroom here. This is a shower tub insert and it is fully connected, which means we have to take the entire thing out. So there will be a little bit extra cost when it comes to having to get a new tub put in here as well. Not a huge deal. We do a flat rate pricing with all of our properties so we can get a new tub installed with the cement board, with the tile install, all of that good stuff, all the way up to the ceiling for about $3,200. Can't really beat that. That's a really, really good deal. Do we overpay sometimes because we have a much smaller shower or tub area? Sometimes we do, but other cases we have 10-foot ceilings and it's still the same exact price. So it ends up working itself out, especially with the amount of volume that we're doing. If we're throwing 2, 3, 4 of these every single month over to the cruise, there's gonna be a differentiation in price, but now I can go ahead and take a look at this and go, okay, I know no matter what, under any circumstance, it's always gonna be $3,200. So it makes it easy for me to run my numbers when I'm doing all of my comps, when I'm doing my underwriting to see if it makes sense to buy these deals, because I have just one number that I have to work with. I don't have to worry about getting bids. One other thing that we'll be doing is we'll be replacing the vanity in here. 36-inch fluted vanity in taupe. That's what we're gonna go with. Working our way to the next 2 bedrooms. These are great sized bedrooms, perfect for a small family. Big closet doors, big closet spaces, plenty of windows, 1, 2, 3 windows. Like, you can't beat that. This bedroom right here and this bedroom right over here are literally on the opposite side of the house upstairs. So think about the primary bedroom that we were talking about before. It's literally all the way back downstairs at the end of the house on the opposite side of the house. So we are in completely different areas. This is hanging over that foyer area when we first walked in, and it's also hanging over the garage area. So the kids can be as noisy as they want. I love the layout of this house. I think they made this house feel super grand with the decisions that they made as a builder. So shout out to the builder, whoever built this. This place is freaking awesome. And I'm really excited to get this project moving and shaking. Let's go back downstairs and I'll break down some of the numbers for you. Now, first and foremost, this deal was brought to me by a wholesaler by the name of Brandon Rhodes. Shout out to Brandon. He brought this to me and Libra Ave at the same exact time, and they closed on the same exact day. He sold this house to me for $310,000. Now, when I originally underwrote this deal, I was looking at the entire area that we were in, and I was thinking that this house was going to sell for maybe about $425,000. Well, shocker to me, because I bought this sight unseen and this worked out in my favor, which doesn't always happen. This ended up being in a very special community. This ended up being in a gated community, so the other comps that I was running weren't really relevant to this specific community. So people are going to desire this specific community just a little bit more because it is gated. There's more luxury that comes along with it. There's a beautiful park area that's in here. All the houses are super nice in here, and it just feels so, so grand. So this appraisal actually came in at, when we were purchasing this, $465,000, which I think is a phenomenal list price for this house. So we bought it for $310,000. We're most likely gonna do about $50,000 worth of work to this property because it's just under 1,500 square feet. Not too much that we're gonna have to do there. And then we're gonna sell the property for $465,000, giving us a gross spread of like $105,000. Like, what? You can't beat that. The biggest thing that's gonna hold us back is literally going to be the cabinets, because that's a 2-week lead time. So I already have my cabinet guy coming today before we've even started demo, so we can get the cabinet order put in, they can get those assembled, they can get those shipped over here, because right after the cabinets go in, we have to get our fabricator in, and then that takes another 3 to 5 days for them to actually make all of the countertops to put on top of this. So those are gonna be the biggest things that take us the most amount of time. Demo will take 1 day, the tiling will take 2 to 3 days total. The biggest thing we're waiting on is just gonna be the cabinets. So really excited to show you guys this one. Now make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel, and let me know in the comments, what would you guys wanna see? What more breakdowns do you guys want when it comes to us doing a cosmetic flip like we're doing here? And make sure you guys are hitting the bell icon so you can get notified every time we're posting any new videos, any new updates, so you can see how we're progressing along in this process. As you guys know, we do a video right at the very beginning before we start demo. We do it in the middle of our demo and when everything's starting to get installed a little bit, and at the very, very end, so you can see the final product. But I want to make sure I'm bringing value to you guys and giving you guys what you want to see. So make sure you let me know in the comments so I can give you as much as you possibly want. Until next time.